Hey everybody, this is my 40-gallon native tank, and tonight we're going to see a video of one of my virile crayfish eating. And we're going to get a good up-close look at how it actually goes about picking the food up and feeding it into its little mouth parts there. So I was hoping I'd be able to identify the gender of the crayfish simply by looking at it close up. I thought that we would be able to tell based on the number of the walking legs that have claws on it. If you'll notice, the front two sets of walking legs there have the little claws that it's using to root through the gravel and find little bits of food. That's actually Mysis shrimp. You can see all that white stuff swirling around, and then there's some red bloodworms in there as well. So you'll notice that it's got claws on the tips of two of those walking legs, and I thought that was what determined whether you could tell whether it was male or female or not, whether it had claws on one set or two sets of legs. And I just got done looking into it, and that is not the case. They all seem to have claws on the first two sets of walking legs. So I don't know the gender of this one, but I know at least still 4 of them in the tank. As far as I know, all 5 of them are still in there. But with that many, it's a good likelihood that we should be able to get them to breed at some point. Now this is a much better look at the actual mouth parts on the crayfish. You can see the little claws as they feed the food in, and it's got almost like little claw-like appendages right at the mouth that sort of funnel the food in. Once we get back in focus here. So you can see the little bloodworm there goes on in like it's slurping up a strand of spaghetti. Really, really fascinating little animals to watch. Alright, now here the crayfish didn't cooperate with me at all. As soon as I got zoomed in to get a good look at the feeding, it crawled away. But I was able to zoom out in time to see the crayfish shoving that little piece of wood out of the way so it could get better access to the Mysis shrimp. Fascinating little animals. I've said it before that they're like little construction workers. They just constantly move around the tank, doing exactly what you see them doing with their walking feet there. They just sift through the rocks, they move stuff around, they dig their little burrows, they move sticks out of the way. I've also noticed that there are no more leaves in the tank, really. When I first set this tank up, I had a bunch of just regular old autumn leaves, no particular type of leaf, but I had quite a few in there, and we are down to 1 or 2 broken up little pieces of leaves. So I think it's probably going to be time to add a few more in there. And I can only assume, of course, that it's the crayfish that are in there gobbling those leaves up. They are voracious when it comes to eating anything. They eat dead animals, they'll eat fish eggs, they'll eat snails, they'll catch the occasional fish. They love algae, algae wafers, any kind of vegetation. And they will also even crawl out of the water, especially at night when the temperatures are lower and it's nice and moist out, and they can actually survive for quite a long time out of the water, and they'll actually root around along the sides of the stream, and they'll root through the leaves and vegetation looking for food. So fascinating little animals. There's another good close-up video of them, and we'll leave with a little look at the darter down there in the front. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you real soon in the next one.